G'day everyone, thank you for tuning into our clip that I put on there 2 nights ago about the poaching problem we have up here in southeast Queensland. Today I'd like to address another group of hunters, and a lot of these were the original poachers, and some of them still do, but most of them, like me, grew a brain at one stage. We actually got to the point where our conscience took over and we thought, what the heck are we doing? You get to the stage where you can't look somebody in the eye because it's like, damn, what am I doing? So these are the guys that got off their bum and went to landowners, and over the last 50 years I've seen them really try and do something for the historic herd of Queensland red deer. Now there's too many people to mention now, but some of the Kilcoy boys, Mel and Sam, Scotty and Sid, the Prattons, some of the Pointing boys. We got some of the guys in Nanango, Yarram and around there. They've all worked with landowners. Gympie side there, we've got some of the Carlsons, we've got Mitchells, Ted there, and a lot of ADA fellas. They've really got in there and they've done something. They've really tried to make a difference, work with landowners, tried to keep deer numbers down, tried to get rid of the rubbish and improve the existing historic herd. So there's been a lot of successes, huge successes. Kilkeven side there with Keith and Kevin, Tony, all the guys there. You name it, there's been some great work done. So it's a shout out to all you people who have had the vision, who have looked and said, we've got something fantastic here if we look after it. So the clip I'd like to show you now is what success looks like when, as a guide like myself, you can go out in the pre-season, and as I did this time, I went out, scouted around, I got onto a beautiful big old stag, and I could see he was an old boy. You could just see by the way he moved, he had the big front shoulders, the high top of the withers, big chest, bit of a bigger belly on him as well, good mane, low coronets, grey around the side of the head, but all in all a beautiful big 13-point head. And I was lucky enough to look at this stag, and a lot of people would have been just boom, shoot it. But for us guys, the guys and gals that I just mentioned, because there's a lot of good women there that have backed these guys up and got in and done that as well, so I won't forget the girls. We get a real kick out of seeing something decent, letting it go, letting it get through that 5 and 6 year old silly stage when they look beautiful and they really haven't reached their prime, and you get a chance to see them get up to like this, to you see them when they are a beautiful big old majestic stag, and then to be able to take somebody out to take a stag like that really appreciates it. That's as good, if not better, than putting the trophy up on the wall yourself. So this is a shout out to all those people that I know are out there that feel the way I do. We're the ones that are looking for the future. It was the start of April 2011, and I had 2 hunters with me, Mick and Ben. Now Mick is a seasoned hunter, and he's done so much all around the world, while Ben was on his first red deer hunt. First morning out, we were looking for that big 6-7 I'd seen, and we came across this great young stag. Only a youngster, but showing style that was just so impressive, a classic 6-6. It was great just sitting there while the hinds fed right down on top of us and listening to this young stag roar. One of those special moments that only hunters will understand. Now, many people would have shot this stag immediately, but to us, it was just great to be able to let this stag go. This was the future. This is a stag that we could see was going to make something very special one day. As a youngster, you could see that he had more defined rings around his eyes.
He had more colours in his face, looked a lot prettier, and no dewlap under his chin. He had higher pedicles, weaker tines. It was quite clear to see that he was only really 5 or 6 years old. So we let him be. We let him go to let him grow. We hunted on around the hills, and probably, I think it was on our second day, we managed to come across the stag that we were looking for, the big old 6'7". It was great in this situation because Mick, being so experienced, I could let him just lead the hunt. They were basically doing this themselves, these guys. We had the mob of hinds bedded down and feeding on the opposite side of the hill face, and we could hear a roar of a stag every now and again, and the only logical conclusion is that he was hidden behind that big rock. So it was a case of just waiting and letting this guy step out where we could take a shot. The country we were hunting in is all timber-treated cattle country with big clear sides, improved pastures, extra dams. So it's been radically altered from what it was, say, 200 years ago. This is now classic cattle country.
When he steps out, when he turns side on next time.
After quite a while, this big stag came out, followed his girls around the side of the hill, and just as Ben was about to take a shot, he decided to lie down.
It's not a good shot lying down. Don't shoot lying down.
So all we could do was get in position, and I started to roar at this stag. Finally, he couldn't stand the sound of another stag challenging him, and he got up, gave a roar, and Ben did the rest. A fine shot to bring about his first red stag trophy.
Good shot, Ben.
Thanks.
Well done, mate.
It was good.
255 metres and poleaxed him.
It was good. Yeah. Felt good.
Great. Let's go and have a look at him.
Yep.
The landowner here had been working with a team of hunters to get rid of all the bad genetics, to keep the hind numbers in control.
Thank you.
And to let these big old stags grow through to their maximum potential. This was deer management at its finest.
Look at that. Absolute beauty. What a ripper. 6'7". Big old stag. Look at him. Battle scarred, buffalo fly all over him. Very grey down the sides of the head. Absolute pearl. Great big old stag. Take it away, mate. Oh, he's old. Really old. Well done.
It was a ripper.
Don't come much better than that. Beautiful.
That's good.
Yeah, excellent. He's just been rubbing hard. All his points are intact. Yeah, beautiful.
Over the years since we did this hunt, the rumours got around that there was better quality stags in this area, and the poachers came like blowflies. Now, even though there's an occasional good stag come out of that country, the quality has been decimated. Instead of there being good quality stags for thousands of hunters in the future, we'll be lucky if we see this area survive. Because if there's not an incentive for the landowners to keep the deer, the best thing they can do is to get rid of them. This is a scenario that the Ridge Group has tried extremely hard not to see happen over the years. We see the red deer of Queensland as a historic and a cultural asset that should be managed and utilised for future generations.